Hi guys, welcome back to another episode on Beauty Within. It's your two hosts,
Rowena
and Felicia. So first of all, we want to give you guys such a big hug and huge thank you for supporting our humble little Beauty Within shop that launched about a month ago.
Yes. It's been an adventure.
It has!
Launching a store, packing, fulfilling all the orders with love,
Yes!
writing all the cards by hand.
And just like reaching out to the brands to develop like connections and seeing what you guys really love coupled with our favorites. And apart from the brands that we have, we also extended some of the products from their line. Like Cialis, we started with just a few of them. Obviously the mist that has proven to be very, very popular with you guys. So I hope you guys are enjoying that. But now we have 5 more.
Yes.
From Cialis, as well as Hyaluronic. And then we also have new brands, including Haruharu, Benton, and oh my God, you guys are gonna die. Our DECIEM friends.
The Ordinary and Niacinamide. When we started on our skincare journey, it was really confusing, I think, especially for you with more like hormonal acne-prone skin, of like trying to figure out what products work for you, where to even go look for resources. I think this was definitely before skincare was a thing.
Was huge.
Yeah. We really wanted to create more of like a seamless experience where you can watch our videos, take notes, get inspired, and if you happen to come across a product that you were like, I want to give this a try, you can.
Yeah, and that's actually the reason why we give you guys a bunch of minis, because you know, you want to try before you buy, and we'd never want to make you guys commit to something and then be like, oh, this doesn't work for me, because that is the whole process of skincare. So let's just run through our new babies that we're so excited to share with you guys. If you're interested in the previous like first batch of products, we have the first video, but yeah, let's just get into first Cialis.
The inspiration behind our first line of products was really soothing, calming, and hydrating ingredients, because that's just what we learned over time is what our skin really needs as the foundation for like happy glowing skin.
Yeah, for all skin types.
So for Cialis, one of our favorite brands, as we've talked so much about already, we just love their natural approach, their definition of clean, and how they source seasonal ingredients. So let's start with their A Calming Day Ampoule.
So what is an ampoule? It's basically like a serum that you use after your toner, or you just can skip your toner step and you go straight into the ampoule. So this one is so cute, look at it.
I've always thought is so like adorable.
Yes.
The size of it and the color of it.
Yes, and the way that it twists up.
Yeah.
I just love their packaging. It's all very like considered.
And you know the seasonal aspect, some of them, I remember mine is pinker than this.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is more of like a muted,
muted pink.
Orangey pink.
So what this is basically like a true gel burst. It's very lightweight. It instantly absorbs and sinks into the skin, leaving it feel like plump and glowy. So we're gonna talk about the serum next. I would say the ampoule leaves a more glowy feel and look to the skin.
What contributes to the glowiness of this ampoule is the star ingredient, which is called the Omega berry, also known as magnolia berry. This fruit is rich in antioxidants and vitamins to help fight free radical damage, aka it helps us preserve our youth.
Yes, very important. And then on top of that seasonal Omega berry comes one of my favorite ingredients, which is calendula and also Centella asiatica, all packed into this little baby. So it's basically really great for irritation, for calming, but also giving your skin that radiance that you all kind of want during the day as well.
So I think one thing worth mentioning right now is that because these ingredients are all more natural, like the mist and everything else in the Cialis line, it's not gonna give you like instant brightening or like instant, you know, crazy expectations for skincare type of thing.
Yeah, it's not chemical exfoliating.
Yeah, it's like building the foundations of like a healthy skin barrier or like hydrating your skin.
Okay, so let's move on to its like cousin. This is the Bring the Light serum. So for me, I remember the first time when I used this, it was very nourishing. It spread beautifully over the skin, but it was very lightweight with a slight kind of like grease. Yeah, but it's not oily.
Yeah.
But you know that feeling after you work it in, it's not like completely dissipated like maybe the ampoule, but this leaves a feeling on the skin where it's like,
So it's a bit heavier compared to the ampoule.
Yeah.
So this is formulated with the blend of skin-friendly oils and soothing organic ingredients to leave your skin feeling refreshed and invigorated. So in here, of course, there's the green plum that Seoris is known for, which is in most of their products. And there's also broccoli extract, oat kernel, as well as grapeseed oil to deliver a high amount of antioxidants to soothe irritation and inflammation while nourishing the skin barrier.
Yes. So what this reminds me of is because it is so soothing with the oat kernel, which is also one of my favorite ingredients, you know, when you have a rash, when you have inflammation and it's itchy and flaky. It's kind of like 2 steps down from the Crave Great Barrier Relief. You know how that one's kind of like a creamy texture and it's thick for a serum. This is like less than that, but it still gives that very like protected feeling.
So you finished a bottle of the serum.
Yes.
How brightening would you say this product is? Or like lightening, maybe hyperpigmentation or things like that?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that this one is the same brightening as what you would get with like a chemical exfoliating or niacinamide type product, which like kind of resurfaces the top layer of the skin and the epidermis. But this one is brightening through hydration. And I went through it really quickly. So then we move on to their cream. This one is the Stay With Me Day Cream. We had the night cream, which is probably my favorite. But this one is very different to the night cream because it's formulated with certain oils. It leaves a lightweight, oily, moisturized feeling.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So I think for me, the night cream works beautifully, which is why I was a bit surprised that it works for you too. But then the day cream, I would say it's a bit too light for my very dry skin.
Which makes sense because it is a day moisturizer, because I guess you would be applying a sunscreen on top of this. And for those of you with like oilier skin, there is a little bit of willow bark extract to really help with your pores and the, you know, production of sebum. So this one is a very nourishing cream while being very lightweight.
Next, we have the Make It Bright Sheet Mask. Ding ding! The standout of this for me, packaging and the fact that the sheet, the actual sheet is biodegradable, because I feel like every single night, it's not like we put on sheet masks every single night, but whenever we do, a part of me just kind of like, you know, when you like open the plastic, you take out the sheet mask and you rip off the plastic and then another layer of plastic. I would just be thinking to myself like, I wonder if there's a way to make this a little bit more sustainable.
And the reason that they do that is because it really needs to keep all the ingredients intact to actually work, right? Otherwise it would degrade in the thing. So there is a reason.
So for this, the sheet is made with biodegradable tencel, which is made from eucalyptus. And then the packaging, like in the packaging out here, it's paper. The packaging here is also paper, and it's lined with biodegradable plastic.
Yes.
So if you're into sustainability, if you're into eco-friendly products, this is pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was something that they really stressed with this. And the reason why it might be called Make It Bright is because if you look at the ingredients, it is very brightening. So I was saying like, it kind of reminds me of a Korean version of the go-to mask that we absolutely adore.
I would say this is not
As brightening.
but it's pretty brightening.
Yeah.
Like subtly brightening.
So anyway, there's that mask, and that is Seoris. Ding ding.
We're moving on to Hyaluronic.
So Hyaluronic is another brand that is really like no fuss, but awesome natural ingredients. So we have a toner, we have a sleeping mask, and we have 2 additional serums. We had the Propolis Synergy Serum in the first batch of items, and because Hyaluronic to me is like, they're really great at like producing serums. When I think of serum, it's this type of consistency.
And the Propolis serum is also flying off the shelves.
Yes, you guys love it. So we have 2 more, the Black Snail Restore Serum and the Tea Tree Relief. So let's start with snails. So recently we've talked a lot about snails in our skincare routine, and we've been reminded of how awesome this ingredient is for things like hydration, hyperpigmentation, and just evening out the skin tone and skin texture.
So this serum is very lightweight. When you pull it out, there's still a little bit of that snail gumminess to it.
Yes.
But when you blend it into your skin, it instantly turns into water.
Yeah.
Right? It's weird.
It's so amazing. It's like the burst gel water cream.
All the snail serums we've used is not tacky and it's not sticky, but I would say this is the lightest one.
Yes.
And this is the one that spreads and absorbs the easiest.
Yes. even though it's got 70% of that snail secretion filtrate. So this one is actually one of my favorites because if you look into the ingredients, on top of the 70% of that snail extract, it's also got a superfood blend, including black beans, black rice, as well as black sesame, kelp, and eggplant, all of which are very hydrating ingredients, and our favorite, Centella asiatica. It's like now it's standard to have Centella asiatica. Oh my gosh, everyone's like, gotta put that in there. And then tea tree.
Tea tree.
Yeah, so the reason I love tea tree is because tea tree is such an amazing anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, antimicrobial, anti-everything. So if you have things like inflammation, redness, acne, this is really great for just helping restore your skin back to like its normal equilibrium. This one also has Centella asiatica. And on top of that, it's got a 6-sprout green salad of extract, including broccoli, alfalfa, cabbage, wheat germ, rapeseed, radish extract, as well as niacinamide. So I don't know how you can not love these serums because they're just so easy to use.
Do you know why sprouts are good for you?
Like to eat?
In general.
Humor me.
It's because as like a little bean or seed to sprout out of it and to burst out of it, it takes a lot of energy. And then that initial burst, it's like, there's a lot of nutrients in there. So that's why like sometimes it's good to sprout your seeds before eating it, or it's good to like eat microgreens.
Yes.
It's because they are very, very nutritially dense.
Yes,
I learned it from my mama.
Well,
Yeah.
I learned it from Astro Boy out of the bean.
All right, let's move one step back to the toner.
Yes, okay.
Okay, so for the Rosegalactomyces Essential Toner, this is made with 70% rose water and 10% Galactomyces ferment filtrate. So we know rose as a very hydrating, nourishing ingredient, and same thing with the Galactomyces. It is what's in SK2. So we talked about this in one of our older dupes video where we put them side by side.
Yes. Yeah, I would even say if you really love the fresh rose toner, but maybe you don't want it as, because that's very hydrating.
It is.
If you want something a little step back, you don't want to spend that much, then this is a great alternative. And on top of what makes it different to the fresh is that it does have that fermented aspect to the ingredients. So what fermentation does to any ingredient is that it brings out and draws out the nutrients of that specific ingredient. And this one definitely has no fragrance, but it is the most like aromatic.
Fragrant.
Yeah, somehow.
Because the first ingredient is the rose water. I think this is why I really like this toner. No frills, just really what you need.
And then we have the Propolis Vitamin Sleeping Mask. So this is probably one of my favorite sleeping masks because of the ingredients and the texture. It's so soft and it makes your skin so supple and protected during the night, but it's not sticky. This one is like almost matte moussey, and this has 16% of the Propolis extract in there for moisturizing, as well as 8% vitamin tree, which we found out
sea buckthorn
is sea buckthorn.
It smells exactly like Purito. I think sea buckthorn has a very consistent smell across anything that it's in. My left hand's brighter than my right hand.
What does that even mean?
Because I just put this on.
It's like, I'm happy. So anyway, those are the Hyaluronic. And then
Haruharu.
we have our new best friend. So Haruharu actually means like day by day, right? Every day. Which actually makes sense because all of their skincare products are amazing and you can use them every day. Oh my God, I'm so excited if you can't tell already. Because like what first got us into the brand was this shamazing toner. They have like a couple of different lines, but to me, the black rice line was a standout. Using this was actually the turning point of my skin getting clearer.
This in conjunction with the Propolis serum from Hyaluronic.
Yes, yes. And a little bit of Curology at the beginning. Transformed my entire being, I tell you. So what this is, it's kind of like one of those essence-y toners.
Yeah.
Normally hyaluronic toners are kind of like meh, whatever. But this one and the ingredients that it contains really works on deeper levels because the technology that they have, it takes the black rice ferment ingredient to like brings it down into the deeper layers of your skin to really be able to work its magic. And I just found that it really helped with brightening my skin, helping with hyperpigmentation, evening out like uneven texture and tone. Like what tell me what else you want.
If you want like a splash of water on your face type of toner or essence, this isn't it. I find that when I apply the third layer, by then it gets a little sticky, like the cream skin.
Yes, for oily skin, I wouldn't go more than 2. The serum contains very similar ingredients to the toner, much like very similar to the moisturizer that they have in the line. It's also got fermented rice extract, which as we know is great for subtle brightening. It's also an antioxidant. They all contain hyaluronic acid, aloe vera for hydrating, and also subtle anti-inflammatories because, you know, when we get a sunburn, we apply aloe vera, right?
So this is an essence-like serum, and if you're asking us what the difference is between the toner, the serum essence, and the cream, they all more or less do the same things.
Because the ingredients are very similar. So it really does just come down to the consistency that you prefer. So it really does just come down to the consistency that you prefer and also what you need currently in your routine.
And the last in the line is the Wonder Black Rice Hyaluronic Cream. Isn't it so cute? It's like the sweetest, Well, you know why there's this thing? It's because I think a regular rice, like brown rice, it's like this.
Yeah.
But then to change brown rice to white rice, you just take out this part.
Oh.
And then it turns into white rice.
Huh. Wait, but it's black rice.
I don't know. It's just when it's the shape reminds me of white rice that's been owned. Not as healthy as brown rice, but easier to digest. Anyway.
Don't take our dietary knowledge as Bible. Apart from the super cute, it took me like a solid 5 minutes the first time
to get over how cute it was. You're just like...
Because they also have the anti-aging one that you tried.
Yes.
They also have a hyaluronic one as well, which is part of its blue line. So once again, this contains very similar ingredients. And then on top of that, there's also red ginseng for soothing. And there's also primrose, as well as a little bit of lavender oil for that subtle, like aromatic and also nourishing experience. So all of these are designed for all skin types. I would say actually this one is perfect for oily skin because it's not like compared to the Cioris moisturizer, which is a little more like nourishing in terms of the oil formulation. This is not as oily. So, and it sinks into the skin without giving like that overly glowy look, but almost settles in like satin, like skin. I would just buy it just to have on my vanity, really.
Yeah. So cute.
It's like, yeah.
Okay, so of the 3, if you had to pick one.
I would continue to wash my face in the toner. And by wash, just 2 layers is enough for oily skin. Yeah, if you have drier skin, you could go 3. So you know how you said it was like more of that viscosity, consistency, and texture? So they have a mist. First of all, it's a mist, love. But this is their black bamboo mist.
So in here, there's 3 different types of bamboo. There's the leaf extract, there's a bamboo shoot extract, and there's a bamboo bark extract.
Yes.
And my stomach is grumbling. I want some bamboo.
Like a panda. Panda. So if you compare these two, this is definitely more lightweight. You could definitely spray like 3 layers of this on without it ever getting anywhere near sticky or tacky, right? Not that this is sticky or tacky, but you just have to leave time in between application. This one I would say can also be subtly brightening because there are ingredients like the Aspergillus ferment that does that. So if you have combo, oily skin, dry skin, anyone can layer these mists on. Super easy. Now moving on to 2 Benton products. We know you guys love Benton as well because we did like an IG story where we asked you guys what are your current favorites, and a lot of you actually said the Aloe BHA Skin Toner. So this toner isn't like its little side friend where this is
We've
just like
talked a lot
water.
about the green tea water toner.
Yes.
It's just like water.
Because it has the BHA ingredient in there, it can help get into your pores, you know, loosen and declog sebum or bacteria that's built up, but it's gentle enough to use every day. And on top of that, what gives it more of that viscosity texture is because it's also got snail mucin. Yeah.
What is it like using it?
So it just feels like using one of these serums, but just more lightweight. So you only need like 2 pumps of this. And I really love having just a little bit of BHA every day because it maintains healthy glowing skin, especially if you're a little bit more problematic. If you have like whiteheads, blackheads, but they're not taking over your life, you just want to like control it a little. This is a really great option. And then this one.
the Benton Deep Green Tea Toner. So this, I think we've already talked a lot about, just very hydrating, very soothing. Green tea is just like packed with antioxidants, which we know is really, really great to just maintain healthy skin. So in here, there's 53% green tea complex, including green tea water, leaf, root, and seed. So compared to the more Pacific, which is fermented green tea, this isn't fermented, but I feel like it's still very similar in terms of texture.
Yeah.
And it's a great way to try green tea as an ingredient at a very affordable price before you jump something to like in a more Pacific.
So for dry skin, how would you use it in your routine?
Wash my face, layer a few layers of this on, depending on how I'm feeling. Honestly, one layer is enough, but I feel like this is something that you can keep patting on and you won't really feel too guilty because it's not as expensive as a more Pacific. And then go in with a serum and a moisturizer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one makes it very easy to do the full routine.
Yes.
And another little like tip, if you want to do a mask with this, get cotton pads and just soak it.
Oh yeah, and just put it on your face for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, perfect. This is perfect for that. Okay guys, moving on to our last brand, but definitely not least, we have DECIEM. Okay, so when we were able to get this, I was like crying tears of joy, honestly, because like we know how much you guys love it for its effectiveness, for its affordability, for just their entire nature. You did an interview with Nicola, you got to talk to her, and I think a lot of you found out more about, you know, everything that they stand for. So we just respect them enormously. We definitely have our favorites, and these are the ones that we kind of curated for our own store. So there's a few here, we know. We'll just glaze past this because you can actually watch our previous videos to get more information on it. Niacinamide, 10%, zinc, 1%. So this is great for those of you niacinamide lovers out there. Yeah, for pores, for texture, for brightening. It works great with other ingredients in your routine.
So for this 10%, for someone just starting out, you know, like, Baby Ro, I want to use niacinamide in my skincare routine. Should I start with 10%?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, well, I feel like niacinamide is one of those ingredients that are very easy to incorporate because it's not acidic. And you can find niacinamide scattered throughout as like a supporting ingredient in a lot of. So if you want to highlight the benefits of niacinamide, 10% works great, 5% works great. You don't really need to go anywhere above 10%. So we've talked in our vitamin C, many vitamin C videos, that ascorbic acid paired with alpha-arbutin are great buddies because they are powerful antioxidants for the day. It works swimmingly with sunscreen to create that iron-clad shield, you know, really to protect your skin from environmental aggressors, as well as the subtle brightening qualities that it can give. And then there's the Grand Active Retinoid 2%, which Rowena recently used.
I did. I don't know, for whatever reason, like, I don't know, a part of me thinks like it's gonna be like instantly burn my face, which like, of course it doesn't. But when I tried it, the next morning, I woke up, my skin was glowing like Christmas morning. And Fel's like, yes, yes, that's what vitamin A does.
That's why I really wanted you to use it in that routine swap.
Yeah.
Like Grand Active Retinoid is a very easy way if you're a beginner and you want to try vitamin A and all of its wondrous qualities of being able to brighten, to, you know, even out, regenerate the skin.
Because this is in squalane, I personally feel that it's a lot more soothing and hydrating, especially if it's like towards the end of your routine.
If you're looking for the benefits of vitamin A, but you don't want anything to do with irritation, this is a great starting point, which is why we picked it. And then
Moving on to said chemical exfoliants.
yes, this is a very popular one. It's the AHA 30%, BHA 2%. Now this is popular because it is, of course, very effective. But with a product being effective, it doesn't mean that you need it. So it really does just depend on your specific needs. If you're feeling a bit dull, if you're feeling textured, doing this once a week is more than enough for like 5 to 10 minutes. I tend to use it when like maybe I haven't been really good with my skincare and dead skin's just been accruing over everywhere and it's
You
feeling
know, reset.
Yeah, you need
Come
a
on.
reset. Yeah. But make sure when you use that, you follow on with very like
Soothing.
yeah, you restore all that hydration. And then we have our favorite cleanser from them.
Oh yes.
Squalling Cleanser.
The Squalling Cleanser. This got me into balms and oil cleansing like obsessed.
So describe the texture.
It's like a cloud. It's very beautiful.
It's like a milky.
Yeah, like a milky cloud that just glides and just melts beautifully.
Yeah.
And then it washes off pretty easily.
And because it's formulated with squalane, it leaves the skin like soft.
Oh, it's so hydrating and so nourishing.
Yeah.
And that's why I love, like the primary reason why I love it.
Yeah.
Is the feeling it leaves your skin after you wash it off.
That's how you tell a good cleanser.
So Niacinamide was actually DECIEM's first baby.
And when we talk to them, like how they differentiate Niacinamide with the ordinary is that Niacinamide focuses on a lot of, it was like an iPhone upgrade, right?
Yeah. So a great example that Fel and I always love giving is if you have the hyaluronic acid, right? For Niacinamide, they include 15 different molecular weighted hyaluronic acid compared to the ordinary, which is 3.
Yes. And it's sourced from these ingredients that you wouldn't find widely available because that is their focus, to be at the forefront of technology in terms of skincare, its ingredients and the way that it works together on your skin. So that's why you'll find the differences in price between Niacinamide and the ordinary, because you are getting more superior ingredients in terms of formulation and the science. So they have a cleanser as well. This is a Sanskritsaponin, and I mentioned this in a skincare video I did for like oily, acne-prone skin. And I love this because it's like, it smells very interesting like yeast.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a paste.
It's like a sweet yeast.
Yeah. And the texture is also very, very unique. So what you do is you just put a little bit on your fingertips, warm it up with your palms, and then spread it over your face. And it like, I don't know how to describe it.
It like deep cleanses your face without it stripping.
Yeah.
It doesn't like foam or froth in the typical way that you would expect it to.
But it's not like how you feel after like a gel cleanse. I don't even know how to describe it.
It's like a deep cleanse of all
your sorrows, all the day's grime. And then if you look into the ingredients, it does pull from a lot of like Ayurvedic traditional ingredients that they used to use back then, and they reformulated in a modern way. So it's very exciting. There's like desert date in there. And then also we have one more product from the Niacinamide line, which is the modulating glucoside. And for me, this is such an interesting serum because it's like no other. It's got that, remember? It's like that yellow.
It's like mustard.
Yeah. So this one, if you have any sort of inflammation, irritation, if you overused chemical exfoliants, if you're cracked, if you're flaky, any sort of discomfort, I'll run to the modulating glucoside, because what this is formulated to do is to like heal your skin barrier back to life. And it does it in a way where it talks to the pathways that your skin uses to heal.
Oh.
Yes. So when we talk about science, they ain't joking, my friends. And it's a serum.
So it's like ceramides on crack.
Ceramides on crack! That's it. They should use that as their like,
Ceramides on crack. And that is all of the new babies that we have that we hope you guys will love.
yeah.
If you guys don't already.
Yeah.
So as we mentioned in the beginning of the video, any order that you guys place, we will be including a bunch of minis.
The idea is like, we try all these brands and we want to open that possibility up to you guys because we know it's hard. And we appreciate you guys for all the support all the time. We really do. And also, we highly encourage you guys to leave reviews on the product so that other people can read it and also learn from your experiences, your thoughts, and all of that, so we can build on the community further. That's about it, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Darkness.
All right, now moving on to
Hold on.
the fly on the wall, which is not even on the wall anymore. Go back on the wall.
We don't want you here.
Stop listening in front of us. You know, seeing like 20 of their bottles with all these chemical sound.
A fly and a hungry girl.
A memoir.